Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ABC Crew Podcast. I'm 1/3 Marcellus Howard here with B. Ellis, A. Millie. We have a special, unique, stay positive, stay motivated guest by the name of Devontae Friga. Appreciate you pulling up, man, on the ABC Crew.
Of course, appreciate you
My
guys for
God.
having me. Hey,
How are you feeling with everything, the magnitude of the live stream, the pay-per-view, the matchup, just everything as a whole? How are you feeling?
I'd lie if I sat here and I was just like, I feel good. You know what I mean? Like, overall, I'm just excited. Like this seems super monumental. The matchups, the live stream, the fact that this is finally happening and really like changing from just strictly YouTube to now like leveraging YouTube to get to another point where people can really get paid and these ones can really mean something. Like on YouTube, they still mean a lot, but now it feels organized. And now there's like a lot of money on the line. And, you know, this first one, I feel like is just the first step to getting people to really believe in what is possible with this space. And then from there, it just skyrockets. And I know it does. So overall, just excited, eager.
Real quick, I want to allude to that. Going into this matchup, right?
Yeah.
We talk about the history of it. We can talk about that in a minute. The last time I seen a lot of people write you off was against Mario Chalmers. And that game technically never ended. And it was way better than a lot of people expected.
Yeah.
Can you talk about how everybody's writing you off in this matchup as if it's a set in stone money line Nas?
Yeah, I mean, I like being the underdog, bro. Like, something about it just... I mean, everybody... We've all probably been an underdog here before in a situation like this, and Nas is a good basketball player, so it's like, what are you going to do? I'm not going to be like, nah, y'all are all wrong. Like, Nas is good. I got to respect that. But at the same time, like, I know what I'm capable of, so I can't just, like, sit back and just be like, you know, like, yeah, let's set up a good matchup, you know? I like it. I'm excited. Like, I'm happy I'm the underdog. There's really not much else to it besides, like, I know what I'm capable of, and I'm going to go in and do that. And I know I am because I show up every time.
In this specific matchup, you're looked at with the knockout power. People are like, if Friga goes on the run, and a lot of people believe that you can, and they look at Nas as the more consistent player. Do you see it that way? Because it's all relative. You're more consistent than a lot of people, but in this high tier matchup, you're looked at as like, you know, you got to rattle off 5 threes to win. Do you look at it that way?
No, I mean, I honestly think I'm the more efficient player offensively. I think it comes down to who's going to show up and play defense that day. Realistically, I don't think Nas can guard me. I think that Nas is a fantastic 1v1 basketball player. He's got counters for everything. I will have a hard time guarding him for a few possessions. I'm okay with that. But if I can take this as honest basketball, I should come out of this with a W. If I were to lose, I beat myself. And I haven't had that in my mind at all. And I feel really confident. Every shot that I shoot, we got in the gym tonight, felt great. Been in the gym literally for, months, you know? So it's just one of those things where it's like, finally here, I feel ready for it. And no, I don't really look at it as like Nas is consistent and I'm like, I gotta hit.
Right.
Like, I'm the more efficient player. That's just how I feel.
Months in the gym.
Yeah.
I would say this is the best shape I've seen you in personally. Mindset wise, in shape. First of all, do you think this is the best shape you've ever been in?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
I would say so. I feel like this is the best I've been playing in ones, and then just like overall, like the best I've ever been for sure.
And then second part of that question, are you eager to see the results of your work?
Yeah,
Like,
bro,
are you?
yeah.
Is that what's giving you this confidence? Because
Of
a lot of
course.
people do have you. First of all, I think a lot of the majority have you as an underdog. Some have you written off completely. Like, are you eager to see in your mind? Is this like, and are you proving this to yourself? Or is there anything
Yeah.
you need to prove to yourself? Or are you just like, no, this is just a basketball game. I can beat Nas.
I mean, that's more really how I'm feeling. Like, I know it's that whole underdog thing, like being written off and whatnot, but like this is another game for me, you know? Like, I've played in games. I know how to win games. I will do whatever it takes to win the basketball game, just like he will. And this is a game that I'm going in knowing that I've already won the game. So there's really nothing in my way. You know, I mean, simple as that to me, honestly.
yeah.
I want to ask you this. Obviously, you did a pay-per-view with Dev.
Yeah.
What is the biggest difference from that to this?
You know, the biggest difference is that we did it as like creator versus creator, and it was just me and him. There wasn't 5 games. This is a platform. This feels more of like an organized, you know, like we can set up like, yo, let's get a pay-per-view, me versus you, and we'll put it on the site, blah, 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 and we'll stream it. Or, you know, we're building an entire platform that I keep saying, the UFC of 1v1 basketball. It makes it more, you go on that platform, you build your name on that platform, it feels more organized, professional. So I feel like the biggest difference is just like the organization, the professionalism, the team. I mean, it's completely different in my opinion.
Did you envision this, let's say, 3 years ago? Or like during the Friga camps?
Yeah, I mean, it was successful. Like Dev and I's stream overall, like obviously the stream wasn't the best, but the concept was there and we knew it. I was just like, all right, this was very successful for a 1v1 basketball game. Like we made over 100K in one game. We knew there's something there. And I just feel like over time, it's already kind of been written out. So it was just like working to it. But yeah, I mean, I love the formula. I think it makes for better games, more at stake, more money for people to make, and the longevity, bro. So, yeah.
One more question. So, how has it been preparing for a basketball game without having to do all the production?
Different. You know, I actually like doing the production stuff because, like, you think about that so much because I have a degree in integrated media. I love cameras and putting storylines together and editing still. So, like, it's when I'm hands-on, I love it. So I don't mind. But this has taken me back to, like, that feeling that I had in college of organized basketball where it's all just about the basketball. You know, I fell in love with the basketball before I fell in love with the camera. And that's the feeling I have again right now.
Yeah.
I like that.
I want to dive into these matchups real quick before we get into the other stuff.
Okay.
Just go ahead and give us who you have winning. Rapid fire.
Okay.
Zay versus
Tay.
ISO Tay.
Tay.
Nesco Moon.
Moon.
Mike Cam.
Cam.
Rob. Scoob.
Rob.
I'm guessing you have yourself against Nas.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
The question I have for you is, stepping into a pay-per-view space, right? We
Yeah.
kind of talked about it with Dev and everything like that. There's something to be said about when I first heard about you. I want to say it might have been through Chris London. Chris London was talking about a video about this like D3 hooper. He was like, that could probably cook my ass. Like that's his words exactly. So then I started to watch you. I think the first video I've ever watched you was you against the guy that played D1 at, I forget what school it was. He was also in Frigmas with you. Light-skinned guy.
Colton.
Colton, yeah.
Yes. On the court you guys built.
Yeah.
That was
yeah.
like one of my first videos I actually watched, and I was like, this guy's pretty freaking good.
That purple court.
The purple
Yeah.
court.
My dad just sold that property.
That's crazy.
Wow,
I know.
full circle
Yeah,
moment.
no.
But going from that to such a heightened matchup,
Right.
did you ever envision like YouTube basketball becoming this?
Not exactly. I knew there was something with it from the jump, though. Like, just, bro, man, I could really like get into this. Like, it's crazy because there was a period of time where I'm going around and we're filming stuff, and like people at the parks specifically, like there were some people that were really tough, and like the fans were like, yo, we need to see that person more. Like how Cam's story happened, you know, with the game series that we filmed. And my platform started to become everybody's. And I kind of saw that. And it was at the time that Scotty was kind of building something too. And it just made so much sense to kind of do that merge and make a platform that's for everybody. So it wasn't really clear to me when we were doing the stuff, you know, when we were filming stuff a couple years ago. But it's just become more clear like day by day. And honestly, anything that you are disciplined enough to continually work for and you understand that there's a possible progression in and like I said, longevity earlier, it's going to grow. If you really spend time and you really believe and you really try and work for it, it will grow. And this is just something, the whole space, not just next chapter, but the whole space, like this has a possibility to be like the biggest thing in basketball ever.
Do you think, my last question for you is, do you think being the hero can sometimes have a lot of pressure to it in terms of the hero versus villain?
I don't know, man. Like, pressure is so difficult because, like, everybody feels it, you know what I mean? Like, right. I don't know. They're labeling me as the hero and Nas is the villain or whatnot, but I don't know. I feel like everybody's given me this hero thing for years, and so it's just kind of like maybe what I'm used to. But no, I don't really feel any pressure right now. I'm not gonna lie.
I respect that.
We good, brother.
Well, our final thing for you is look in your camera, and you don't need necessarily a prompt for this. Just talk about February 1st and the importance it is. I mean, and the importance of it as to why the fans should support to be a part of history.
Yeah, there's a lot I can say here. Nas said I'm going to be a dead body. Nas talks off fear. A lot of people are scared of Nas. Nas is not somebody I'm scared of. This is an amazing matchup, and there's only one person I fear, one man I fear. And it's the same man he fears. So if he thinks he can scare me by saying all this bullshit, say I'm dead in the water, he's got another thing coming to him. And that number one spot is not his anymore. So February 1st, tune in. Next chapter, TNC League. Go cop your tickets.
Devontae Friga, ladies and gentlemen.